beyond the moment, transforming pain into purpose. Have you ever felt like you were drowning in a moment that seemed like it would never end? That crushing weight of pain that makes you wonder if you'll ever breathe normally again? I recently had the extraordinary privilege of interviewing Briana Riggins, a remarkable woman whose insights on resilience, faith, and community have transformed countless lives. Brianna isn't just another voice in the crowded space of personal development. She's a beacon of authentic hope who has walked through fire and emerged not just intact, but illuminated. Her work supporting Black women through their darkest moments has created ripples of healing that extend far beyond her immediate circle. What makes Brianna truly exceptional is her refusal to offer platitudes or quick fixes. Instead, she offers something far more valuable: the truth that our moments of pain are just that, moments, not permanent addresses. The truth is, we all face seasons that feel unbearable: heartbreak, loss, failure, discrimination. These experiences hit like tsunamis, threatening to wash away everything we've built. And for Black professionals, particularly Black women, these challenges often come layered with unique cultural and systemic barriers that can make the journey even more complex. But what if I told you that the moment you're in right now, that painful, suffocating moment, doesn't have to become your permanent residence? When I spoke with Briana Riggins, three profound truths emerged that I believe can transform how we navigate our darkest hours. First, it's completely okay to have moments of pain, but we must refuse to let them define our entire journey. Second, resilience isn't a solo sport, it's a practice deeply rooted in faith and community. And third, we each possess the power and responsibility to rebuild after loss or failure. Let's be honest. When pain hits, our natural instinct is to curl up and stay there, to make a nest in our suffering, to pull the covers over our heads and declare this moment our new permanent address. I get it. Pain demands to be felt. Grief requires acknowledgement. Trauma seeks recognition. But there's a profound difference between acknowledging your pain and allowing it to become your identity. Consider Dr. Thema Bryant, current president of the American Psychological Association. Here's a woman who experienced profound trauma as a Black woman, including sexual assault. The pain was real, devastating, life altering. But Dr. Bryant made a choice that would eventually impact thousands of lives. She refused to let that moment of trauma become her permanent address. Instead, she combined her Christian faith with professional therapy, eventually dedicating her career to breaking the silence around trauma among Black women. She integrated spirituality into healing practices, creating spaces where faith and mental health could coexist without contradiction. Today, as both a leader in psychology and ministry, her books and public speaking have inspired countless others to seek healing without shame. What's remarkable about Dr. Bryant's story isn't that she avoided pain, it's that she acknowledged it, moved through it, and transformed it into purpose. As Briana Riggins so powerfully articulated in our interview, you can have your moments, but you don't stay there. This isn't about toxic positivity or denying your feelings. It's about recognizing that pain is a visitor, not a permanent roommate. You can acknowledge it, sit with it, learn from it, but don't hand over the deed to your house. Now, here's where many of us get stuck. We believe the lie that healing is a solo journey, that resilience is something we must manufacture alone in our bedrooms at 3 a.m. when the weight of our challenges feels most crushing. But the second truth Briana Riggins emphasized is that resilience is a practice rooted in faith and community. Healing was never designed to be a solo act. This truth becomes especially vital when we consider the unique challenges faced by Black communities regarding mental health. Despite experiencing higher rates of psychological distress, Black Americans face significant barriers to receiving appropriate care. Did you know that only 2% of psychiatrists in America are Black? 2%. Let that sink in. This disparity isn't just a statistic, it's a crisis with real human consequences. When you don't see yourself reflected in the helping professions, when therapists lack cultural competence to understand your specific experiences, seeking help becomes yet another mountain to climb. This is precisely why initiatives like HBCU Cares are so vital. This program focuses on increasing access to behavioral health careers for diverse students at historically Black colleges and universities. By recruiting students into graduate programs for psychiatry, psychology, counseling, and nursing, they're building culturally relevant care pipelines that will serve generations to come. The impact? More young professionals entering mental health fields equipped with lived experience relevant to their community's needs, long term reduction in stigma around seeking help, and perhaps most importantly, ensuring future generations don't stay trapped by cycles of unaddressed pain or loss. This work matters because healing in community looks different than healing in isolation. When you're surrounded by people who understand your context, who can say me too to your experiences, who can hold space for your pain without judgment, that's when transformation becomes possible. As Briana Riggins so eloquently shared, your story can empower others when shared authentically. Your healing isn't just for you, it's a lighthouse for someone else still lost in the storm. But what happens when the systems around us contribute to our pain rather than alleviate it? What happens when the workplace itself becomes a source of trauma? This brings us to an illuminating example from the Canadian Public Service. After discovering that 29% of Black employees reported that racism had negative effects on their mental well being, Canada launched Black centric enhancements within its employee assistance program. Rather than offering generic support, they matched clients with therapists sharing similar identity factors like race and gender. They increased recruitment of culturally competent providers. The result? More employees felt seen and heard. Engagement with counseling services improved dramatically. They built a network of over 100 dedicated providers serving more than 570 employees. What's remarkable about this initiative is how it demonstrates institutional responsibility. The system didn't say, your pain is your problem to solve. Instead, it acknowledged its role and made structural changes to create space for healing. This brings us to Briana Riggins' third powerful truth. You have both the power and responsibility to rebuild after loss or failure, no matter how deep the setback, whether it's the loss of relationships, loved ones, or even hope itself. You can pivot and rebuild with intention. Let me be clear about something. Rebuilding doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending the pain never happened. It means incorporating that experience into a new foundation, one that's often stronger and more authentic than what existed before. Think about it like this. When a bone breaks and heals properly, the place of the break actually becomes stronger than the surrounding bone. The same can be true for us. Our moments of deepest pain, when healed with intention and support, can become the strongest parts of who we are. But here's the part that often gets overlooked. Your survival isn't just about you. Every challenge you survive becomes a light for someone else searching for hope. Your resilience creates a blueprint that others can follow. This is why sharing our stories matters so deeply. When we hide our struggles and only showcase our triumphs, We rob others of the very roadmap they need to navigate their own difficult moments. I'm reminded of something Briana Riggins emphasized in our conversation, that faith plays a crucial role in this rebuilding process for many people. Faith provides a framework for making meaning out of suffering. It offers community when isolation threatens. It provides hope when circumstances suggest despair. But faith doesn't mean waiting passively for divine intervention. It means actively participating in your healing while trusting that you're not doing it alone. It means believing that your story isn't over, even when the current chapter feels unbearable. So, where does this leave us? At a crossroads, standing at the intersection of what has happened to us and what could still be. The pain you feel right now is real. The challenges you face are valid, but they are not the final word on your life. Today, I challenge you to make a declaration. This moment will not become my permanent address. Say it with me. This moment will not become my permanent address. Now, I want you to take one concrete step toward healing this week. Reach out honestly about where you are emotionally with someone safe, or consider connecting with a professional who understands your context. Remember that seeking help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Write down one promise you're making to yourself about not letting this moment become your permanent address. Put it somewhere visible. Speak it aloud. Share it with someone who will hold you accountable. Because here's the truth that Briana Riggins so powerfully reminded us of: you are not defined by your worst moment. You are not the sum of your failures or losses. You are a human being with infinite capacity for resilience, growth, and transformation. The world needs your healed presence. The world needs your story, not just the highlight reel, but the raw, honest journey of how you moved from pain to purpose. Someone out there is waiting for the light of your experience to illuminate their path forward. So feel your feelings, honor your pain, but don't unpack and settle there. Your address is not Heartbreak Hotel permanent resident. Your address is Transformation Avenue, just passing through. Beyond this moment, this painful, challenging moment, lies a future that needs your voice, your wisdom, and your healed presence. The journey continues. And while you may walk through darkness, you do not walk alone. The question isn't whether you'll have painful moments, you will. The question is, will you let them define you, or will you use them to refine you? The choice, as difficult as it may seem right now, is yours. Choose wisely, choose healing, choose purpose beyond pain. The world is waiting.